Good morning. It's Tuesday, December the 3rd. We are into the first week of December and into the first week of Advent. And so today I'd like to focus a little bit on an Advent perspective. And I want to use for my illustration glass and mirror. Now, glass is a marvelous invention. In fact, I wouldn't want to live in Canada if it wasn't for glass because, it would be pretty chilly to spend long months in a house that had no glass, or very, very dark if you had nothing to bring light into the house. So we can enjoy the outdoors by being warm on the inside, looking at the beautiful snow cover that we've had over the last couple of days through our glass windows. Well, Jesus' short parable about the trees in Luke chapter 21, verse 29 to 30, which he says this: Then he gave the disciples this illustration. Notice the fig tree, or any other tree. When the leaves come out, you know without being told that the summer is near. Well, in this short parable, Jesus encourages us to be people who notice what's happening around us. He's speaking specifically about his future coming as a judge and a king. So his exhortation to observe the signs, for example, the nations being in anxiety and perplexity, which he says earlier on in verse 25, it applies in all times and in all places. It applies to us today. His followers are to be people who are alert and attentive to the world around us. So, like people looking through windows, we're to see for ourselves. We're to see for ourselves what is going on. But now, what about the mirrors? Well, mirrors are also made of glass, and they only differ from windows in the fact that they have this silver coating on the one side. Then when we look at the mirror, we do not see the outside world, but rather we see ourselves. We don't notice things like the weather, but we do notice the broccoli caught in our teeth. Jesus goes on and warns us to pay close attention to our own hearts in verse 34. In particular, whether or not our hearts are weighed down by habits and sins that leave us unprepared for Jesus' coming. Like people looking into mirrors, we are to see ourselves. The downside of glass is that it sometimes gets dirty, fingerprints, dust, old paint, etc. Perhaps we could think of the season of Advent, when we're reminded to keep watch for the coming of Jesus, as that yearly opportunity or that seasonal opportunity that we do to clean the windows, to clean both the inside and outside so we can see both clearly. But I think we also need to be those not just cleaning the windows of our lives, but we also need to be those who look closely in the mirror and see where it is that we also need to have God's cleaning and brightening aspect in our lives. So as Advent continues, invite the Holy Spirit to help you see more clearly, both outside but also inside. God bless you, church. Praying for you today.